an aircraft, a modern aircraft, or look like a modern aircraft, is the electronic flight instrument system. So today we are going to study about the electronic flight instrument system. What is electronic flight instrument system? Students, electronic flight instrument system consists of different displays which come from the different aircraft systems, and the pilot and the different mechanics as well as the navigators are being informed from the different systems which are giving their displays in the cockpit. An aircraft which is equipped with an electronic flight instrument system, that aircraft will be called as a glass cockpit aircraft. So in a glass cockpit aircraft, what we are having EADI, EHSI, ECAM. Dear students, the left hand side electronic flight instrument system is related to the pilot, and the right hand side EHSI and the EADI is related to the co-pilot, and the middle portion of that is common for both, and that is related to the ECAM. Now we discuss each of these individually, and I would like to give you a good knowledge of these displays as much as possible. So EADI, electronic attitude directed indicator, is a system which can also be called as the primary flight display. This is the display which gives the information to the pilot about the attitude of the aircraft. Means to say that how the aircraft is yawing, how the aircraft is pitching, and how the aircraft is rolling. At the same time, the aircraft's height, aircraft vertical speed indication, aircraft airspeed indications, aircraft directions, each and everything is possible in this display. So this is the primary flight display which gives you the flight information to the pilot, and this is the primary flight display which gives the primary information related to the flying to the pilot. The second portion of our electronic flight instrument system is the EHSI. This is the EHSI. EHSI stands for the electronic horizontal situation indicator. At the same time, the electronic horizontal situation indicator is also called as the navigation display. Navigation display, as the name describes, that the navigation display contains the information related to the navigation. Here in this example, we are having a navigation display in which different colors represents the weather information, that what kind of weather information is there on the aircraft. It's obvious that the weather radar information is also being displayed on the navigation display, and the different maps, different different waypoints marked by the pilot, and the different flight routes are also available on the EHSI. ECAM is a third flight instrument system which provides information related to the engine, and this ECAM stands for the Engine Centralized Aircraft Monitoring. ECAM is also called as the ECAS on different aircrafts. What the pilot gets information on the ECAM, it is related to the engine informations, engine parameters. These are the total inlet temperatures, EGTs, RPMs, N1, N2, and the oil pressures and oil temperatures, the engine temperatures, all are, and engine pressures and thrust information, all is related to this ECAM display. Now coming towards the right hand side, that is related to the co-pilot. Co-pilot and the pilot's PFDs and the NDs are EADI and EHSI are same for the co-pilots, EADI and EHSI. But the difference is that the outward displays are for the EADIs and the inward displays are for the EHSI, and the centralized is one for the engine information. So that's all about the main information related to the cockpit, in which we are having the EHSI displays. Now moving forward, we are having a schematic diagram. In this schematic diagram, we are having a schematic display of the system in which we can show that how the EFIS means electronic flight instrument system works. In the electronic flight instrument system, we get the different aircraft systems provide the information to the pilot symbol generators, and the pilot symbol generators is related to the both EADI, EHSI, and display controllers are common. These display controllers control the display of EADI and the EHSI. So different aircraft system would provide their information to the pilot symbol generator, and later on we would discuss something about these pilot symbol generators. These pilot symbol generators would provide the information to the EADI and the EHSI. We are having 3 symbol generators. These 3 symbol generators are for example, this symbol generator is related for the pilot's display system. This is related to the co-pilot display system, and this simple centralized system generator is related to the ECAM as well. The pilot and the co-pilot display systematic diagram is same, so we move forward. Here we are having a complete picture of our electronic flight instrument system. We discuss it in a one by one. As we discussed earlier, that the flight deck is having types of displays. Here we are having the primary flight display. These two are the primary flight displays. These primary flight displays are for, this is for the pilot and this is for the co-pilot. At the same time, we are having the navigation displays on the inner side, which are for the pilot and the co-pilot. Both the ECAM, upper ECAM and the lower ECAM are, the lower ECAM is also called as the SD or the situation display as well. How they work, now we are going to discuss about these things. These displays gets information from the DMCs. These DMCs are the display management computers. Means to say the display displayed on these PFDs, NDs are having a computer based information. These computers are called as the DMCs 1, 2, 3. So here it's very clear that the DMC1 is for the pilot, DMC2 is for the co-pilot, and DMC3 is providing information for the ECAM system. From where these DMCs gets information? These DMCs get information from the system data acquisition computers. These system data acquisition computers, they are 2 in numbers. These system data acquisition computers gets information from the different aircraft systems. For example, these aircraft systems are sensors and the computers input for the navigation and the auto flight system, engine fatigue systems, and the fuel quantity. At the same time, here we are having the aircraft system sensors and the computer inputs for red warning lights, red warnings, flight phase computation, aircraft system synoptic displays, and the DFDRs. Same is like here. Now the third phase is our warning computers. You know that we are having the flight warning computers. These flight warning computers gets information from different aircraft systems, and they display the warnings related to these systems on the flight deck. We are having the warning mechanism of our aircraft in this way that these warnings can be visual as well as the oral. Oral warnings would be in the form of different warning voices as well as the different types of tones. But the visual displays are having 3 lights. These are the master warning lights in the form of red color. Caution warning light is in the color of amber color, and white or green lights are there for the status. So that's all about the main electronic flight instrument systems. And electronic flight system is being I think you have now you have good information about the electronic flight aircraft system, in which how they works and how they get different information from the different aircraft systems, and what is the role of the display management computers. Moving forward, we are having the practical example of our electronic flight instrument system, how they work in the flying aircraft. Here is an example of the PFD, or the primary flight display. In the primary flight display, we are having here you can see that the EADI, here you can see that the aircraft height bar, which is in the form of bar. This bar is moving as the height is gained, and this bar moves downward as the aircraft loses heights. At the same time, the aircraft speed indicator is also being displayed here. We are having the mode selected for the aircraft, which mode is in the active form, and flight management computers mode is being displayed here. In that, in this time, the flight management computer is in the mode of speed and the lateral navigation and the vertical navigation path. This is the heading display, that what is the present heading of the aircraft. On the right side, we are having the navigation display. Properly, we are having a navigation display in which we are having the different waypoints. For example, this is a waypoint which is on the height of 5,000 feet. This is active waypoint, and this is the passive waypoint. Here is the heading and some other informations related to the navigation. For example, the VR1 is active, DME is active, flight management computer is active, and which part of the VR2 is also active, and different information which is related to the navigation map, navigation displays are also being displayed on the navigation display. So this is the practical example of the navigation display. Now another example of navigation display, that was a classic example of in which we are having a display like in which the classical display system is being adopted. In this synoptic display, airspeed is being indicated in the form of a dial. Here the climb rate is being displayed in the electronic form. Here's the altitude of the aircraft is being displayed in the electronic form, but the classical dial system is being adopted in this part. The DME information is being displayed here in VOR and the DME and the heading, and the indigenous compass system is being displayed here in this. Another example of the map is also available. Map is being displayed on this system, and on the same page we are having a EADI which provides the attitude of the aircraft. So this is all all about the practical examples of the aircraft. At the end, now we conclude our lesson. What we are having in our conclusion, we are having, today we have discussed about the electronic flight instrument system. In electronic flight instrument system, we discussed about the EHSI and the EADI, which are the main part of the electronic flight instrument system. These EHSI and the EADIs gets information from the symbol generators, and symbol generators provide a good symbols related to the aircraft systems, which being displayed in the form of EADI or in the EHSI. With this, thank you very much. I hope you would like this and you have got the information related to the electronic flight instrument system. Thank you very much.